Beautiful people, it's me, Pamela, on my YouTube. Cho, no, what's the T? Siyahlaziya. People don't listen, they just don't want to do isn't it right. They always doing rogue things, ungazi ukuthi why. 12 of them, top cops futhi nakhona, arrested ngobantu bathanda imali, including that one. Brigadier, the one who was a psychologist who went to TV to tell lies. She told lies there, that lady. What's her name? Oh, guys, I was just like this lady. Brigadier Petuna Linono. He lies. Oh my gosh. 12 cops, including Brigadier Rachel Majengi. Hey, I want that lady. He was just like, I'm gonna tell them, if he is my lover. Of his music at my girlfriend who was breaking there on Ed Madlanga, telling us no, actually umuntu I'm just on and off. I was just like, those are the things you must tell the nation. You can't be serious right now.
The romantic relationship was well known to people close to my circle, and it is an open secret that we were in an on and off relationship. Conclusion: during our relationship, I knew Mr. Matlala as a businessman, having several businesses like Cat VIP Company, Medicare 24/20 District, and other company. I have never borrowed money from Mr. Matlala, and the monies and gift received from 2017 was a gift from a boyfriend. None of the gift nor monies received from him were related to me having an influence to the awarding of the tender or the execution thereof, as I started receiving them from 2017 while being in our on and off relationship. From the inception of our romantic relationship, he will pay money directly into my FNB account. But when he was requesting another bank account, I asked him why another bank account, and he stated the following: he doesn't want the wife to find out about our relationship, the gift and the monies, because she knows me only as a friend. Now that he has a contract with SAPS, he doesn't want it to look like he's paying me for favors and doesn't want the gift to jeopardize my career, as other people might think about it in the wrong way.
She even went on to say that people who know her know Uguti, their relationship with Kat Matlala Vusumuzi is on and off. I was like, probably you don't have to justify yourself and your relationship with Matlala Manjola Najola, and I knew it, So Rachel Majengi, she's also involved in the 360 million rand tender, the loot, Leona Luyazi Uyodumo. And then at some stage, Ngati were also involved in some butchery situation where Matlala bought. He actually bought meat. I'm just like, there's nothing like that. But there was a 300,000 going on there at that butchery. You remember they said that Madlang. She was also involved with sisters there. Wahamba, she went on to do Ozempic yake Brigadier, and she was very proud of it. She was just like, my Matlala paid for it. Bese kuba lo wasisi-ke that I've just mentioned when I started with this video, ngathi Brigadier Petuna Linono naye, sisters, why did you go on TV and be like, I'm here to clarify something. I don't even know him. I went to work there at Medicare 24 Group as a consultant. I'm a psychologist, How guys? But my thing is that, please, how is this right? You are actually rogue. Sisilo Brigadier Petuna Linono is involved in approving the tender, She actually resigned 3 weeks before the tender was awarded, but she was one of the people who, at the panel, basically, to choose. It's okay, Lona is the one that actually deserves the tender. They're the best. But now, after resigning, she went straight to work for Medicare 24. Like, how does that work, guys? Please explain. And then you come and say on TV, no, angimazi mina uMatlala. Njani? It beats me. Because that is conflicts of interest. Like, how do you even get off working for Medicare 24 group? Like, how? And then you come on TV. No, I don't even know the guy. No, I went there to work. Wow. Other rogue cops that appeared in court today are Major General Busiwe Temba, Brigadier Kesti Jonga, Brigadier Patrick Netengwe, Colonel Tumisho Maleka, Colonel Johannes Munyai. James Murray is actually the managing director of Medicare 24 Group, was also arrested. Brothers, he was also there in court today. Yeah. And people that not even thinking about right now. But not just saying to see no nice there. I'm just like, but never. Top 10, just he came off and I took Big 5. I really don't think Sinana is on Big 5, guys, please. And as in campus be Joseph, I would be on Big 5. What don't you Sinana is not? And as which why did I think in a Bosho party? Who's a Bosho Veil? Sinana is involved in this crap. The fact that he wanted to work in Lesotho in some new business venture, like a VIP type of thing. Ket Matlala's protection company. He wanted to open another one in Lesotho, and then brothers wanted to resign. He was just like, oh my gosh, don't do that, bruh. You're just about to retire. Why would you do that to yourself? Who does that? You like 2-3 years to retirement? Please stop. And then he came back to Mukwanas and said, no, actually, I took your advice. I'm not doing it.
By the NPA spokesperson, just to elaborate a bit further on this particular case. Thank you so much for your time, Brakeza. Elaborate a bit further on this particular first appearance.
Thank you very much. All I can say at the moment is that this matter comes way back from 2024 when we were alerted of this as an NPA through IDEC. And IDEC started investigating at that point, and we were gathering all the information up until now when we were ready. And we were then did the arrest yesterday so that the people can appear here today. And we are confident that you've got enough evidence to then take this matter forward, and that's why we are enrolling it.
Yes, and we understand this is linked to, crime boss Ket Matlala. Can you elaborate on some of the charges that have been leveled against the 12?
Yes, it is linked to the Medi24 contract that was awarded to that company that belongs to Ket Matlala. At the moment, we cannot divulge the charges because they've got to be read to the people in court. And once they are read in court, we will issue a statement and indicate who the people are, because we've got to give them the respect that they deserve in terms of the law.
And as the NPA, it seems you've set the ball rolling following some of the revelations at the Madlanga Commission. What is it that you're going to do different from the revelations in terms of prosecuting these matters compared to how you did it with the State Capture Commission?
Yeah, as I say, this thing is not basically coming out of there. It's just that it came before the Madlanga Commission now, in this year. But we have been investigating in the past 2 years. But obviously, we are watching very closely what is happening at Madlanga and other commissions that are there, even including the other matters that are before the courts, the inquest and so on, so that we are able to see what next we can do. And then we are hopeful that the public of South Africa will see the kind of momentum that we are trying to build in making sure that justice is seen to be served.
Absolutely. And do you believe that maybe this sends a strong message that, perpetrators of corruption should know that the Big Brother is watching?
No, definitely the message has to be sent to the public of South Africa to make them understand that there is no way to hide, because it doesn't matter who you are, there's nowhere to hide. And we'll make sure that we'll follow up on all the matters that needed to be followed up, and we will do that meticulously.
Do you expect any further arrests?
Yeah, with investigation, we can never say no. It's possible that we can have further arrests after this.
Thank you very much. Well, as you can hear, that's the spokesperson of the NPA.